to talk about in this lesson? Timur, is there a subject you would like us to talk about, to read about, to discuss? What would you like?
It's now I want to discuss something because it's talkative practice.
Of course.
Don't know how and don't know how what to discuss, but I want something to discuss something.
Right. So you'd like to discuss something, but you're not sure what exactly.
Yes, I don't know the topic.
You don't know the topic. Well, we can try and find the topic that you're interested in. So, well, you've told me some of the things you're interested in the past, like we spoke about karate, and we spoke about
Computer games we spoke.
computer games. Yes, that's right. I remember that. And what else did we speak about? Let's have a look. Trying to the other things we spoke about. I'm sure there must have been something else, but I don't remember either. No.
We read about aliens, about what about reading? YouTubers, how to make
oh, that's right.
YouTube
exactly.
Channel.
Yes. Yeah, I remember now. I'm just looking at it at the moment in the history of the Skype chat. So, yes, that's right. That was also interesting, how to make a nice YouTube channel. That's right. So we've done quite a few interesting things.
Speak about games.
Speaking about some games, some computer games.
Yesterday I download Metro.
Well, I downloaded because if it's yesterday, it's in the past.
I don't know how to. What is?
So yes.
Download. It's in past.
I downloaded. Most verbs in the past have ed on the end. Yes, that's right. I downloaded.
I downloaded Metro Exodus.
Metro Exodus. Remind me what the game Metro is about, Timur.
It's a game about post-apocalypse.
Ah, post-apocalypse. Yes.
Yes. And it's about it's game from Ukraine company.
Really? It's from a Ukraine company?
Yes.
Wow.
And it's a game about post-apocalypse that it's atomic war.
Atomic war. War. Yes.
Russia and USA.
Wow.
And people went to live to Metro.
Ah, and so they went to live in a place called Metro. Is that right?
Yes. Right. And at this part of the game, the main character Artyom go to поверхность, go to up.
They
go out of the metro.
Oh, they leave Metro. They go away, or they go out.
He leave Metro. And
so it's in the past. So we'd say he left Metro. Yes.
And he хочет. He wants to find another people.
No, you don't say another people because another is one other. So you could say another person, but if it's plural, then you would say other people. So it's another person if it's all singular, or other people if it's all plural. Which did you want to say? Did you want to
Other
say the
people.
singular or the plural? Other people, yes, in the plural. Uh-huh. So he
And
wants to find other people. Is that right?
yes, in world in Russia that
Uh-huh.
uh, pe- he knows that people they think that people live only in Moscow in
Yes.
Russia.
Mm-hmm.
But when they go to when they leave metro and um, tried to find another people,
Mm-hmm.
they find they know learned to that uh, there are machines that make interference
Ah,
interferences.
machines that create interferences.
Yes, and they uh, learned that there are peoples in all worlds,
Mm-hmm.
and they go to one place that
Yes.
make a city. It's in Russia, and uh, on a train they go to to another city that
Mm-hmm.
make it under city under the um, under underground city.
Mm. So they create another underground city.
Yes,
Mm-hmm. Mm.
and I only starting to play this game,
Yes.
and it's, it's all that I know at this moment.
Well, that's good. So, is the purpose of the game or the motive, I mean, the objective, the goal of the game is to create as many underground cities as possible?
Yes, but at the moment of this game, there are only one underground city,
Ah,
and
so you wouldn't
main
say there
characters
are
go
only
to the
one.
city.
Okay, you wouldn't say there are only one because there
There
are
is
is
okay,
plural
it's
and
a
one
mistake.
is singular. That's right. There is only one. Or if it's there are, you would say there are many.
Yes, it's a mistake. It's I know
Yeah.
this mistake.
Okay. It's sometimes little mistakes
It's,
that we make without realizing it, unconscious mistakes. But that's right. Sometimes even things that we know, sometimes we say it without thinking, without realizing. But it's good that we're practicing these things because then you'll be more used to saying it the correct way, and that way you'll start avoiding those mistakes because you'll have more practice saying it the correct way. So that's good. Yeah. So yes, I can see sort of how the game works. There's lots of these games where you have to build a city, um, you have to develop your city and build other cities and basically just populate the whole world, really. Just fill the whole
yes.
world. Yeah, well, that's really good.
And on last
Hmm.
Thursday, I start playing Dota 2.
Oh, yes, absolutely. That is a very popular game, obviously, and it's a team game.
Yes,
Uh,
like League of Legends.
that's right, it's LOL, League of Legends, and that's a game that's had a lot of success.
And
And
there is interesting fact that in Europe, more popular is League of Legends, but in
Ah,
Russia and Belarus, more popular is Dota 2.
you wouldn't say more popular is Dota 2. You would say uh, Dota 2. Oops, there you are. Is more popular. You see, it's that way around. You have to say it. The subject, then the verb, and then the what it is. In this case, the adjective describing the subject, the noun. So Dota 2 is more popular.
Okay.
And then you would say in which countries Dota 2 is more popular. Like you were saying, Russia and Belarus and maybe Ukraine. That's where Dota 2 is more popular. And it's League of Legends in Europe and maybe in the United States as well. Do you know if in the United States it's Dota 2 or League of Legends that's most popular?
I don't know.
You don't know. But it's interesting how you can have one geographical area which is more interested in one game and another geographical area which is more interested in another game. So I'm wondering what determines that. I mean, what motivates that? Do you have any idea what is the reason for that? Because normally it should be the same everywhere, all over the world. What's the difference? What makes a difference?
I don't know. It's
Well, that would be an
it's interesting, but I
it's an
don't know how to describe it.
well, I think to let's say investigate that because this would be interesting, a good exercise, and we could of course read about it. So we could just see why certain games are more popular in some countries and not so popular in other countries. So, for example, which should we look at first, League of Legends or Dota?
What I like, yes.
No, just which one are we going to investigate first to try and find the reason why it's more popular in some countries than in other countries? Because we can't really look at both at the same time. But which one do you want to find out more about first?
About Dota 2.
Okay, so Dota 2, and the question is, why is Dota 2 more?
And it's more one interesting fact that in USA and America and Canada, the most popular games is Fortnite and
Oh, yes.
Call of Duty Warzone. But in Europe countries, the most popular games are telephone games, Brawl Stars and Minecraft. It's interesting that mobile games is
Yeah.
more popular than computer games.
No, are more popular
Are
because
more
it's
popular.
plural games if it's computer games. So you were saying computer games
Yes, I say that
are
computer and mobile games
popular, are more popular
say
than which ones? The computer games, you said they're more popular than?
mobile games.
Oh, than mobile games.
Yes.
So more computer games are more popular than mobile games. Is that right?
No, I say that mobile games in Europe is more popular, are
They
more
are more popular
popular than computer games. It's
than than
strange.
than computer games. So in fact, in that case, computer games are less popular than mobile games in Europe. Is that right?
Mobile games are more popular
In
than
which
computer
country?
games.
Yeah, in which country?
In Europe, in
In
all
Europe,
Europe.
in the whole continent of Europe. So if the
Yes.
mobile games are more popular in Europe
Yes.
than the computer games, then
Yes.
you could say it the other way around and saying that computer games are less popular than mobile games in Europe. Have a look at this and see if it's correct, what I've just written there.
No, it's about USA. In Europe, mobile games are popular than computer.
More popular than computer games. But if mobile games are more popular than computer games in Europe, that means that computer games are not so popular. That means they are less popular. Because if
Mm,
one is more popular, the other one is less
yes.
popular. So if you turn it the other way around, if computer games are less popular than mobile games in Europe, that means that mobile games are more popular than computer games in Europe.
Yes.
It's saying the same thing, but turning it the other way around by saying less rather than more, and then putting the order of the different games differently, and that way you say the same thing, but in a different way. Do you see that, Timur?
I understand.
Yeah. And also always be careful then when you're saying something in the plural, the whole sentence needs to be plural, or if it's in the singular, it has to be completely in the singular. So I'm looking here on internet uh, why um, Dota 2 is so popular uh, in Russia, for example, and I already have a page of Google results here. So you can just pick out any of the articles
Wow.
you like.
There are a lot of articles.
Can you see that there's quite a lot of information there? Um, I think I've doubled it, maybe. Let's see, have I
Oh,
doubled
it's
it or not?
Reddit. It's
It's been doubled, so I have to take away one example of it. Oh yes, I see where I need to take away one example of it. It's because I don't know why, but sometimes Skype double pastes something that I send, so I need to take away one example of it and only leave the other copy of it, if you see what I mean. So there, if I do it like this, then you can click on the link and have a look and see one of those results, okay, which are different articles, and choose the article that you want, and we can read about it. That would be interesting, Timur.
yes. It's I want to read Reddit text about it.
Sorry, what did you say? Could you repeat that, please, Timur?
The first, why is Dota so popular раньше? Dota 2 Reddit.
Okay, so yes, Reddit, that's right. So if we look at that one, I'm opening up the link there. Of course, it doesn't like Reddit because Reddit is censored in Indonesia. So the way I do this is I'm going to see the cache results, because if I look at the cache, it's going to give me, but it isn't a standard result, that's why. Sometimes I can see the results in the cache. Well, I'm not. Well, could you do a copy paste of what it says? Because as in Indonesia, it's a bit like in China. You know, they censor certain things, and they censored Reddit. So if you do a copy paste of the contents of that article in Reddit, and then put it in a Skype chat, and then that way you can read it. I can check if there are any mistakes in. Ah, okay, you've sent it as a link. Let's see if that works. No, it still doesn't like it. It's because you need to open it up and then copy paste. You know how you copy the text?
Okay, maybe go read it in Steam community. It's the
Okay.
second.
Okay, we'll do the second one because Steam community I don't think is censored. Okay.
And it's so strange that it's because it's the only way they can beat the West. It's, but
So the reason they say is because it's the only way they can beat the West.
And
And
the
that's
second is strange. It's because Dota is only game that runs on their stone PC. It's strange
yes,
because League of Legends it's too not needs good PC to play it.
so you actually need a good PC to play League of Legends. So actually, it's not a very good answer that's been given there, because in fact, do you think you need more PC power to play League of Legends compared to Dota 2?
Hmm, maybe it's similar.
Yeah, it's probably similar actually. There's probably not much difference in them because they're the same type of games, really. Uh, so they've given some funny answers, haven't they? But they haven't really given something really, you know, factual. Maybe we need to look at something a bit more professional. Um, what about the next one? Why do so many Russians play on EU servers? Is that valid or not?
Uh, the actual reason is that Warcraft 3 was the popular over the with the popularity of the base game, the mod Defense of the Ancients was also popular over the with the popularity when Dota 2 came out, they all came. Maybe it's true.
So with the popularity of the base game, that's right, because there was the Dota 1 game, first of all, Defense of the Ancients, that's the
Maybe
full name of Dota.
it's maybe true that Warcraft was so popular in
Mm,
uh, Russia.
yes.
In when I was younger, I play Warcraft 3 too because it's cool. It's
Hmm.
a very good game. Maybe
Mm,
legendary game that know everybody.
hmm.
And mm, Dota 2 it's online. Warcraft 3 and
Yes.
maybe
Yes, sorry, you're saying? Yes.
it's true.
Yes, I think it may well be true, because obviously if the the base game, the Dota 1, or just Dota on its own, was so popular, then obviously, well, when Dota 2 comes out, then it's going to just continue with the same people and the same popularity. So
And
I
I
think
have a theory that
theory, you need to say a theory.
theory
Yes, theory.
that companies that make League of Legends is Riot Games is less popular that
Oh,
Valve
that, than. So you have to say
than uh,
either more popular
popular than,
than
yes.
or
Understand.
less popular than. So you have the two ways of saying that, either more popular than or less popular than.
uh, than Valve that make Dota 2 and like CSGO, CSGO and Valorant. That
Hmm.
Valorant makes Riot Games and CSGO that makes Valve is more popular in Russia and
Hmm.
Belarus than Valorant. And
Yes.
maybe Valve is more popular than
Hmm.
Riot Games.
Yes, yes. Yes, that's quite possible. Now that we've seen possible reason why Dota 2 is so popular in Russia, it would be interesting now to see why League of Legends is so popular in Europe. that was the other question we wanted to ask. Is that right,
Okay.
Timur?
Okay.
So I'm going to have a look. Why?
1 second, I go to drink water.
Yes, of course, absolutely.
Oh. I have a tea on my table.
Ah, that's good. In Europe, that's right.
And to discuss something, it's more interesting to read.
Absolutely, yes. Now I have now here I have the cache. If you know what that is, that means to say we have the information that is kept in memory. So even if there is a censor on a certain website, we can still receive that information through the Google web cache. So that way, it's a little downwards arrow near the Google results. So I'm going to send you the original because you don't need the cached version. And then I will be following what you're reading with the cached version. So this is the original version. So can I send you that to you? Well, if I send you the whole thing, that will be easier. All the Google results, and then you can directly, I hope it's only once. Yes, it's only once. Why is LOL so popular in Europe? And if you have a look at the first one, what does it say?
Yes, it's ready too. And
so the first one, when you open it up, they're actually talking about Europe and South America. Can you see that?
yes.
First? Yes. So I'll
I'm
let you.
current international
Current.
current.
Yes.
Korean. It's Korean, yes. Current. International student.
Student. Yes.
Studying in the UC.
In the US or the United States.
US.
Yeah.
What is US?
United States.
Ah, okay.
SA is United States of America.
And I have a good sense of League of Legends reputation in both countries, but I was wondering how popular League of Legends is in Europe and South America after seeing the Ronaldo X Faker collaboration video.
So let's have a look at the answers then.
As a Brazilian, I can say we are in a huge League of Legends craze. It gets funny sometimes because I have an official, what is SKT? What is it?
SKT. That's interesting. I think I've heard of this before, but I can't remember. SKT.
SK Telecom T1.
Wow, I have so many different results there.
Cyber team.
Which team is it?
Cybersport team.
Oh yes, that's right. It's a team on League of Legends.
Teams that play
It's
League of Legends.
Yes, it's teams of players on Leagues of Legends. That's right. SKT.
Okay. Next. Jackets.
What does it actually stand for? SKT. Do you know?
What?
The actual name SKT on League of Legends. What does the name SKT actually stand for?
SK Telecom T1.
Oh right. Skate Telecom T1. Yes.
Okay. It's so strange. name. That
So it's a
Navi is more
strange name.
interesting.
A strange name, you're right, yeah.
But and I have a question that do you watch cyber sports?
When you say cyber sports, what exactly do you mean by that? I'm not sure exactly what it
Cyber
is.
sport tournaments, games, in some game.
It's like a game within a game, is that right?
Not League of Legends, maybe some
Yeah.
games.
Well, can you give me an example of a game which is a
Like sometimes I watch cyber sport games, CS:GO, uh, in CS:GO.
Oh yes. Uh-huh. And what kind of games do they have?
Uh, Five, we see five, and they play before 20 rounds. It's interesting.
So they play 20,
Rounds.
20
Uh,
rounds,
hmm,
yes.
no, not 20 rounds. They play 20 win rounds. That.
20 win rounds.
Mm. You understand me?
Not sure. Can you write that in the Skype chat so I can see what it looks like?
Oh.
Unless you said 21, the number after 20. Is it 21? See if you can write it in the Skype chat so I can see how it's written, and maybe I'll understand it better there.
Maybe. Okay. Uh, Maybe what I need to give you, send you.
So,
Is that
what you were saying, you said something about 20, and then
that's in CS:GO in
yes,
cybersport. Well, I in translator. 1 second, please.
yeah, okay.
They play up to 20 wins rounds.
No, so I understood the 20. So I'm going to write it in the way that I understand you're saying it, okay? So um, it's like this 20.
Maybe not 20. 16. Whoa, 16.
I understood 20 win rounds. So that's what I understood from what you said. Is that correct? 20 win rounds.
Yes.
So rounds where you have to win, and so you
Yes.
have to win 20 of the rounds.
Yes.
So yes, so I did understand it correctly, but I wasn't too sure if that was exactly what you meant. Yes. So cyber sport, I mean, um, these are sort of games um, which are like, because cyber is a bit like robots, so they're like robot games.
No, it's really people play.
Ah, it's real people. So if it's real people who play, and the names of the different games, I mean, if I look, for example, at cyber sports,
CS:GO, Dota 2, League of Legends.
Ah, when they say cybersports, it's like the actual video games that we play. Okay, I understand. So that's called, so the internet games, the video games are called cybersports. I didn't associate the two. I thought they were like electronic sports or internet sports, but they're called cybersports. Right, I see what you mean.
No,
Yes.
it's computer games, but there are uh,
It's like tournaments and they
yes,
have
yes,
mm,
competitions
competitions. That's right. Exactly.
with professional or
And you can win prizes and
yes, yes,
mhm.
professional gamers.
Yes, professional gamers who actually spend all of their life, I mean, just gaming, all their time gaming, so that they're really good.
And
Yes.
these games are showing like stream into a Twitch on YouTube, and I watch
Mhm.
it. It's really interesting.
Mm. Yeah, that's really good.
And
Yes.
there is a team in CS:GO, Navi,
Hmm.
and it's in Russia. It's really a popular team because one of the players in this team is Ukraine,
Hmm.
and sometimes he make streams into at Twitch, and it's very interesting.
Hmm. Yeah. Do you want to read a little bit more what it says there in the on the Reddit website about the popularity of League of Legends in Europe and South America?
South America, yes.
Because we stopped where it said an official SKT jacket.
Yes, that I use once in a while. And
Hmm.
I had people stop me in the bus stop to ask if I play League of Legends and exchange
Contact.
contacts.
Yes.
Um,
What comes next?
Not to mention big football teams getting interested in the pro
Yes, pro scene.
scene.
Yes.
Mm. It's growing incredibly fast in Latin America.
Fast.
Fast in
Yes.
Latin America. Latin America is Brazil, yes, like
That's right.
it's
Latin America is everything. It's everything in South America. Actually,
Argentine, uh, yes.
Mexico is part of Latin America, but it's not part of South America. It's part of North America, but because they speak a Latin language, like Spanish in Mexico, and
Ah,
then
okay.
in Brazil, it's also a Latin language because it's Portuguese. And so any country which speaks either Italian or Portuguese or Spanish are referred to as Latino countries, you see,
Okay.
even
I
though they should
understand you.
include French because French is a Latin language as well, but for some reason French isn't considered as one of the Latino countries, but they do. But I mean, French is also a Latin language, like Portuguese, Spanish, and Italian. So, what else do they say here?
Read next, yes.
Hmm.
Okay. Mm. League of Legends is very popular in Europe. Every
Yeah.
student already heard about the game in my country, Belgium.
Hmm.
But for esports, CSGO is more popular in Europe because Europe is the best region there.
Mm, that's good.
Oh, I
But I,
like I
yes.
live Brazil, and it is the most popular game here. Back in the 19th, it was all about Nintendo, Sega, and arcades. Then Sony PlayStation 2 and 3. In
Yes.
the zeros, now in the zeros. Nowadays it is league and league. I mean, in the zeros were PC games with huge followings, like Counter-Strike 1 and 6. Ragnarok Online, what is Taibi? It's old game. Taibi, what is it?
Well, at the moment, I'm once again blocked because with the Reddit, it's something that's cached, which means it's put in memory from what was on the internet before, but it's not like live, it's like offline. And so when I want to click where it says view entire discussion, 15 comments, I can't actually open that up, you see.
Ah, okay.
But once again, if you do a copy paste in the Skype chat, you just copy it, and put it in the Skype chat, I'll be able to read that. Tibia. Oh, that's a part of your leg. That's the lower part of the leg. Have you heard of the femur before? Femur, which is spelled like this. Have you heard of that part of the leg called the femur?
No.
Well, it's the upper part of the leg. You have your knee in the middle of your leg, halfway down, and then the tibia is the bone which is below the knee, and the femur is the leg bone which is above the knee.
Ah, okay.
So when you have a leg, the big bone at the top of the leg is the femur, and the much thinner, smaller bone at the bottom of the leg, below the knee, is the tibia.
Okay.
Okay, that's good.
Even stuff like MU Online and the Grand Chase, but nothing as huge as League of Legends. And League of Legends is the most popular in Latin America and South America. It's interesting.
Yeah.
But in Europe, maybe the most popular game is CS:GO. Maybe.
Yeah.
It's very popular now.
Yeah. I'm not all that familiar with CS:GO. Can you just tell me a little bit more about CS:GO?
Counter-Strike, Global Offensive.
Oh, it's an abbreviation of Counter-Strike. Yes, I'm familiar with Counter-Strike. Yes. I forgot that it was abbreviated to CS. Yes, that's right, Counter-Strike. Yes, that's one of your favorite games, isn't it, Counter-Strike? If I remember rightly. That's right, it's one of your favorite games, Counter-Strike? CS:GO?
Maybe it's one of the most my favorite games, because I have 150 hours here, there, and it's my maybe favorite online game, but not favorite game at all.
And which is your favorite game of all the games?
Stalker.
Stalker, yes, I remember you told me about that. But Stalker is not an online game then?
Yes, it's my favorite. Stalker is my favorite sujet. Sujet. 1 second.
Sujet like subject or topic?
Plot.
Plot. Ah, yes.
Plot game. And Counter-Strike Global Offensive is my favorite online game.
That's good. That's excellent. So let's see some more results here. So with how popular. Mhm. So popular. Why is League of Legends so popular? But they're talking about why it's so popular in general, but not necessarily why it's so popular in Europe, you see, specifically.
Yes.
Hmm. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Let's see how we're doing for time. So before the break, uh, we had like 14 minutes. And oh, that's good. And now we've had 47. So yeah, we've already done 1 hour and 1 minute. That's brilliant. So tell me, how did you find the lesson, Timur? Was it
This
interesting?
lesson was very interesting. It's discuss some
Mm-hmm.
topics. It's is very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
it's more interesting that read and
So
write
you,
something at school.
yeah, well, that's great. I'm really pleased you enjoyed it so much, Timur, and just like I also enjoyed it a lot. So we can do lessons like this if you like. Each time we can discuss things, talk about things, and see what's interesting. And if you have any ideas, I mean, you can think about them between now and next time, and so that you already have an idea what you'd like us
Okay.
to talk about next time. That'd be great. That'd be good homework for you, so you can prepare something already, and maybe find a few links and. So we already have some information that's already ready to look at. Would that be possible for you to do that, Timo, for like homework?
Okay.
Yeah, that's great. So thank you very much for the lesson. It was great.
Okay.
Uh,
Thank you.
You're welcome,
Goodbye.
Tim, and see you next time. Thanks a lot. Cheers. Thanks. Bye bye.